It's been a fun day so far, and the fun continues. We are very privileged to have Tyler Lessard joining us, VP Marketing at Vidyard. Tyler and I have had the pleasure of our paths crossing several times. Always has interesting things to say. And Tyler, can't wait to hear what you have to say about content.
Thank you so much, Gary. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. And it's interestingly meta, this whole conversation today around these hot takes, because I think what you guys are doing here is actually a lot of what I'm going to talk about. It's like breaking the mold on what we think about as content and saying, what can we do that's actually really going to make people feel something, like really resonate with people? And that is,
if we're breaking the mold, bud, and you think so, that's great news.
Well, I love this format. I've been excited to be here. As folks hopefully know, my topic here today is without resonance, your content will fail. And this is a topic that has really come to be a passion of mine over the last year, as I've really focused in on this new world of online community building, engagement, in this digital-only world that we're all in. So we're going to hop right into it. And by the end of this, you're going to find out why personalization is no longer good enough, why just being relevant is no longer good enough, and why the only thing you need to worry about for your content and social media programs is resonance. A bit more about myself here. Tyler Lessard, as mentioned, I'm VP Marketing here at Vidyard. We are a video hosting, management, and video messaging technology company. We service both marketing and sales teams who are looking to do great things with video to stand out with their audience. Fun fact, I published, where is it here? My first book called The Visual Sale, which is all about how to use video to drive sales, build your marketing programs in a digital world. And I launched that in October of 2020, just after the pandemic hit, which is the absolute worst time to launch a business book because all the airports are closed. Nobody is going through to purchase physical books. But hey, here we are. It's not yet on the bestsellers list, but if you buy your own copy, you might help me get there. All right, let's hop right into it, because this is something we got to dive into. Now, where did this really start for me? Well, I always thought, I'm 8 years in here at Vidyard. Through my first 7.5 years at Vidyard, I always thought we were crushing it with our content and social media strategies. I thought we were being super successful, and we were in many ways. We were focusing a lot on creating content that had really good SEO juice, right? Content on our website, written blogs, things like that, that would drive people into our website to find us. We did that very, very well, and it's something we still do well today, and I'm very proud of. But I realized, that's not the be all and end all of content, right? SEO has its play, but content can be so much more than that in this digital first world where we have to engage our audiences. We had good integration of our content programs with our demand programs, right? We'd use them to generate new leads. We'd integrate them into our promo strategies. It all seemed to be humming along really well. And then about a year ago, we decided to kind of take our content strategy to the next level. And we decided, what would it really mean to act like a media company or a media brand in today's world for our audience? And I sat with that for a while. I really thought long and hard about it. Now, at this time, we were focusing most of our energy on the sales community, so targeting sales professionals. We also target marketers and others, but this was really about how do we build hyper engagement with the community of salespeople out there? How do we use content? How do we use social to get people to engage with us every month, every week, every day, so that our brand is consistently top of mind when they think about anything, but of course, when they are in need of a video solution. So I spent a bunch of time talking to a number of different folks. I did some focus groups with different salespeople. And I stepped back, and for probably the first time in way too many years, I actually asked real salespeople, what kind of content do you really engage with? Like, put all the analytics aside, and I have real conversations with people. So who do you follow on social and why? Right? Where do you go to find tips and ideas? What podcasts do you listen to? And as I really spent time with real salespeople out in our community, a few things started to dawn on me. Right? What was really interesting is there was some consistency in the people they follow on social. There was a little bit of consistency in the types of podcasts that they were often listening to. But the one thing that almost everybody that I talked to said was, oh, I follow Sales Humor because they post daily sales memes. They make me laugh every day. And I follow this guy named Corporate Bro because he does these funny skits. And I started checking them out. I'm like, oh my goodness, the engagement in their content is crazy. But there was not many people doing it. So we took that back and we said, well, what does our audience really want? And what do they deserve? And we realized they wanted short form content first and foremost. They wanted video and imagery first content. They wanted things that they could learn from quickly, but they also wanted things that would make them laugh. And I started to realize that, you know what, the content they keep telling me they like to engage with, it's all about content that resonates with them. It's not the content that's the most personalized to them. It's not the content that's even necessarily the most valuable, right? I asked a lot of these salespeople, do you read long form blog posts? And they're all like, no freaking way. Who's got time for that, right? I can't even write a sentence in an email, let alone read a 1,500 word blog post. And he's like, but give me a 1-minute video that gives me a tip on better cold call openers and I'm all in, right? So I'm like, well, what's this all about here? And I really started to tap into this notion of, well, what is it that really resonates with these people? And so we launched this sales feed media brand extension as this new content platform effectively for our sales community. And we focused 100% on audience resonance. We said, what do we think they're going to love to engage with, right? We're not even going to talk much, if at all, about video selling, right? Vidyard's core brand already does that. What does our sales audience really care about? And I went out and I hired an amazing sales rep from the community who was also a fledgling content creator. And I built a small team around this and we said, this is all about the audience, right? And our key metrics are going to be engagement and engagement. And our third metric is engagement, because that is the true sign that your content is resonating. And if you can drive high engagement, everything else will sort itself out. You will get more followers because people will recommend your content because it's that good, right? You will build a relationship with this audience. And once they're ready for what it is you offer, they'll come to you. And so that's what we really focused on. And you can see a screenshot here. This is just from our YouTube channel for Sales Feed. But in 1 year, by focusing on audience resonance, our YouTube channel has more than 2,000 subscribers, which for 1 year is actually very, very good. Our TikTok channel has over 63,000 followers. And our posts on TikTok, they get a minimum of 4,000 or 5,000 engagements, but our best posts have nearly 1 million views on them. Why? Sometimes, well, usually it's because they make them laugh. Sometimes it's a 1-minute tip. But we focus on what do we think our audience really wants to consume and we move on, right? This has been an incredibly powerful platform for us. And also during that year, we've built our LinkedIn following to over 17,000 followers. Go check it out, Sales Feed. Search for it on LinkedIn. Follow us. Get some inspiration, right? And we did all of that because we focused 100% on resonance and on our audience.